What's up, cognac lovers? Today I'll be reviewing a bourbon. So for the bourbon lovers out there, today I'm going to be reviewing Heaven Hill, one of the most profound, well-known, recognized bourbon distilleries in Kentucky. Heaven Hill Select Stock Armagnac finish. So this is why I wanted to review this bottle. Cracked it with my family and I was like, darn, this is fantastic. I have to review it for you guys. So this Select Stock line is only available at the distillery. So I was happy to be able to get this because Kentucky's about 5 hours for me, so it's not an easy drive at all. You know, it's still quite a bit of time. But yeah, the Heaven Hill Select Stock series is kind of really coveted because you can only get it there, and they tend to do a little more unique or experimental things. So rather than their standard, you may have heard of Elijah Craig, great bourbon for the money. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is one of my favorite bourbons, and I think it is year in and year out some of the best bourbon you can get for the money. I mean, what, $75, guys, for what, a minimum at least? I know they've been wavering, but you're getting I mean, most of the batches are at least 10 years old, cask strength. Obviously, some of them, like the C923, is way older at 13.8, right? And then almost 14 years. I did have that bottle before I even started this channel. It didn't last long, so crushable, but I'm glad to be reading this today. So re-barreled, which would be the Armagnac barrel, if I'm not wrong, guys. Correct me if I am. So re-barrel date, 2018. Bottle date, 2023. So almost, so July, yeah, almost 5 years in an Armagnac barrel. That's a super long time. So let's get into it, guys. Now, they don't give any info on the Armagnac. That's something I would love from bourbon. Is to give us the specifics of, like, you'll sometimes see specifics like with Bardstown, Chateau de la Bard, and maybe besides La Encantada, one of the most well-known Armagnac distilleries, Armagnac houses, as they would call them in Europe, houses instead of distilleries. So you'll see the big ones get their flowers here and there, but obviously, I mean, I would love to know whose barrel did they use, but there's so many. And for my bourbon lovers out there, you gotta know, there are literally so many Armagnac houses, and they're so not popular compared to bourbon that you'll just never hear about. There's literally hundreds of them you wouldn't even know, you know? So, but let's dive in, guys. A beautiful, like, deep orange amber on the color. Got my Foolproof Whiskey guys. Make sure to follow Foolproof Whiskey on Instagram. I love those guys. I'm doing a collab with them again. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my videos and my messaging collaborations. Because we got actually a 100-year-old cognac we're going to review together. So if you haven't already, follow them. They're a great whiskey, especially if you're a bourbon lover. Great page. They literally cracked open some King Gets to Kentucky the other day. Really cool, guys. Wow. Oh, wow. Even at 100 proof, this nose is kicking. So on the nose, there's a lot of orange. Like orange oils. A little bit of caramel. And the ABV, like, this is really coming off. Wow. And that's all I can really get about the bottle. Nothing more than that, so no more info on that part. Yeah, orange oils, caramel, a little bit of that oak, kind of normal bourbon stuff, but you can definitely tell it's a finished bourbon. And like I said, a little orange cinnamon, but yeah, that nose is kicking. It's coming out at me. All right, let's go to the palate. What you guys want to see? Cheers. Let me know what you're sipping on today, guys. Wow, this is good. Immediately in the palate, I get caramel. A little bit of that classic Elijah Craig, like, peanut butter note. I know Whiskey Eats, you've said that before. Whiskey Eats, another bourbon YouTuber I follow. That guy's real cool. Met him once when I was working at Total Wine. He gets that peanut butter note too, a little bit of that. That's maybe it's just notes from the bourbon, but I get a lot of orange. A lot of orange oils, a little tea note, like a black tea. Cinnamon. There's a lot going on here. I mean, any bourbon you would finish in anything for, like if it's double barrel, sherry barrel, cognac, Armagnac, anything, you're gonna get that influence. That's a long time in any additional barrel. So, wow, you definitely get some extra fruit here too, like a cooked apricot note. I find that a lot in Armagnac, like a cooked apricot, really nice. Well, wow, that is good. That is good, guys. And I wish this was like a normal offering. Unfortunately, it's already been 2 years since it's passed, so I know this is not something many, unless you find someone who has it and, get it from them. This won't be something that you'll be able to get, which I never like to do reviews like that. I always like to do reviews on stuff people can get, so maybe they can form an opinion off my video. But, or hey, if I say, oh, it's this or that, they might be able to save some money or something, right? But no, this is fantastic, and this shows. I think that Armagnac finishes so far, in my opinion, are better than cognac finishes. I think you just get more. Cognac is twice distilled, so that may be why I feel like I get more out of the Armagnac barrels, because they're once distilled, so they're typically bolder than cognac. Cognac, I get a lot of finesse, right? Great stuff, don't get me wrong. If you haven't had like a proofed up cognac, they can be intense, but compared to Armagnac is that much bolder. So this is really darn good. This is a good offering. I would love to see more Armagnac finish from bourbons, and let me know what's your favorite Armagnac cognac finish of bourbon, if you like that sort of thing. I'd love to get some recommendations from you guys. Especially like you guys showed so much love on the 1792 cognac finish. I know that's a rare bottle, so I knew it'd probably get a little more views, but you guys showed out, so I really appreciate that. If you want to see more bourbons finished in these things, let me know. Recommendations, like I said. But yeah, this is a good bottle. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned. I have more reviews coming. If you're here for my bourbon review, just know my channel is primarily cognac, Armagnac, but I love bourbon, was my first love, so I do try to get some more in there as well. If you haven't, check out my 1792 cognac review. I'll have that up on the screen. So make sure you check that review out, because I really enjoyed that bourbon. Is it perfect? You'll have to go see. You guys have a good one.